Hello and welcome to the Craft Man Show. My name is your host, the Craft Man. What are we talking about today, Craft Man? CosClay. This is a little action figure I did. Before I ever got into resin casting and mold making, I first started trying to make figurines with polymer clays, special types of ones that once you cure was flexible. I always ran into an issue with some of these in particular because they dry so quickly, and despite being wrapped up in 1, 2, 3 layers to protect it from drying, it still, look at the, I can't work with it. And it's air dry, so, you know. But let's look at this CosClay. CosClay is available in a variety of colors and also a variety of firmnesses. There's also a variety of liquids that can be used with CosClay, such as CosClay softening agent, and I imagine that's going to be useful when breaking down stiffer piece of clay. After a while, it starts to get naturally, clay get terribly stiff, but also to smooth, maybe smoothing details, smoothing out textures. All right. We got an oven cure adhesive, which, pretty much the name says it right there. It's a glue that works when you cure it in the oven. It's probably similar to baking bind, I would imagine. Sculpted baking bind. Let's see. CosClay water-based separator. Now this one, I have no experience. Well, I have no experience with any of this CosClay, but a water-based separator. From what I understand, this will allow you to bake 2 pieces side by side, but with this between, it's going to keep them from sticking once they cure. So maybe you could do a built-in joint for your figurine thing like that, hopefully. Let's just use a little chunk here. As we can already see that we got some relatively crumbly clay right there. But that's nothing to be afraid of if it's like that. You just generally, these types of clays, regardless, you need to work it, knead it, maybe run it through a pasta roller if you got one. My buddy Brandon sent me one. I got one. Thank you, Brandon, for that. But I said, I wonder if that softening agent, how well that would work to get us to a workable state. Watch out now. Oh, let's see. All right. Look at that. Look at that magical effect right there. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, let's try this now. I was hoping that would have worked. Well, that didn't take too much to get it. I wouldn't quite call it workable. What I would do is to work it, get it to where it's just a little bit less tacky maybe. And then start sculpting it. Now the main thing Craftsman is interested in testing is the flexibility once it is cured. And I can't think of no easier or better test to do than to just extrude some of this CosClay. just about like that right there. I actually find a lot of times it's better just, instead of trying to do it like this, hold it up. And that's going to let it hang down. You have less bends and things in it. And we're going to switch to that wide shot to show you just how much you can get. Add that little bit of piece. I also decided to go ahead and let's extrude us a little test piece from the medium firm right there. And I said, let's just see what the difference is between these two once we bake them. Blurry. According to the instructions, we're going to bake it for 30 minutes at 275 degrees per quarter inch. All right, 30 minutes later, let's see what we're looking like. Look at that right there now. Let me see. I have to push my thumb into it to make sure that it's even cured because I was starting to wonder. That's pretty neat. You could just about. Oh, yeah, look at that right there. That's pretty nice now. Yes, I like it. I like it. And we got some other pieces here to look at. Look at the. And by the way, these little extruder sets are pretty neat. You got a variety of shape options there for you. Look at that piece. All right, those two test pieces right here. One is the regular, one is the medium firm. As far as the softness after the cure, they feel just about the same. I think the softness, for anybody wondering, that might just apply to the uncured clay itself for workability. I particularly like a firmer clay. Some people like softer. And I know the difference because you can see the color difference. Can y'all tell the difference? For anyone interested in CosClay as a sculpting medium, I can say that I was able to sculpt basically the same way I do with Sculpting, but except that CosClay is much more sticky, tacky. It sticks so well to itself. I don't really find that with Super Sculpting. It's actually why I prefer A's epoxy sculpt. But that comes with its own bag of, particular steps that you have to follow with. If you would like to see how to actually sculpt on a professional level with this medium right here, I highly encourage you to check out this channel right here, Josh for me.
People wanted more in-depth, specifically on the eyes.
Phenomenal
work. One of those parts that people just have a lot of trouble with.
And I thought y'all might be interested in how a cured piece of CosClay was able to be cut. And drilled. Now drilling, it feels a little bit unusual because it's not rigid. So, if you ever put a drill into some rubber material, that's basically what you're looking at right there. But it does actually work. Like I said, it just feels a little bit gummy. And sanded. It's definitely sandable. It just has like I said, with the drill, a weird or different little bit of a feel to it than a true rigid material. But It ain't like trying to sand rubber. You know, you ever try to sand true rubber PVC action figure? It ain't like that. It's much easier than that. That's pretty neat right there. That's very encouraging right there now. But I want to try something a little more fun, maybe a little more complex.
Sí, señor.
This is a vintage 1960s metal mold right there. These types of molds are not designed for clay necessarily, as you could probably tell by the fact that this ain't got no holes and this one does, that you would do like that right there and can inject your perhaps something like plasticine right there and a little, you know, little injector right there. I'm going to try to use this like a release agent, which is designed for clay to clay. All right, I understand that, but I'm just curious if I put this on the mold surface, like that, would it keep the clay from sticking so bad? And I'm just applying this release agent just liberally on this mold right here. The way I do metal molds like this, rigid molds where I got to push a clay, a firm material into it, I like to feel it, press it down, pack it good as you can, and then I like to take and cut it, scrape it flush, all right, with a rake tool or something. As I was getting ready to put the two halves together, I said, Craftman, you know what? Let's take it to the limit. Y'all see these little slots right here? The narrow little channels. Are y'all thinking what Craftman is thinking? That's right. Wire armature time. And so the idea is these pieces should be able to fit together a little better. Right there. This just the way I'm doing it, using some UV resin. Yeah, this ain't the way you normally want to do that type of thing. Just want to emphasize that this is not the best way. That right there does not really support the swinging the arm forward and backward. It'll support the side to side all right. But just want to tell you that there are way better ways to make armature. This is just a test. Yo. You want to have your wires twisted and integral as one unit for ultimate control. And then I like to go back and put me some filler material. Now that's going to help push things in a little, packed a little bit more, and hopefully that excess will squeeze out the size. I thought it might be too risky to remove it now, considering them feet might be stuck, or some of them other parts might be stuck in the mold. It might damage it. So I just put the whole thing in the oven. Ideally, you want to pour soft into rigid or rigid into soft, not rigid into rigid, but we using a flexible clay, so I said, look, this might actually work. Very happy with that result right there. You have some flexibility. I will say that if you are making a figure out of CosClay that you want to pose later, consider using the T-pose instead of, if you put the arms down to the side or way up high, that limits you and you might get a tear easier, all right? So consider a neutral position like this right there. Is it viable for stop motion animation? Probably not, at least not in some thicknesses. I would suggest to stick with liquid latex, foam latex, silicone, things like that. That's going to give you a lot more, you can bend multiple times. But I would have a feeling this would not hold up for an entire stop motion shoot. Also, you cannot get as hard of a bend as you might like, you know. But anyway, just something to consider. All right, so the story behind this one is our youngest son, Craftsman, aka, I said, "Hey, but can you make me something I can put on a little sculpt, I can show in my next episode?" And I would like for, to have like, think of it like you can flex the arm on it, something like that. The fact that I said the arm instead of the arms, plural, that's what he made from it. But thank you for this, son. Yes. He also made this gentleman right there. I don't know what he tried to say with this one. That's pretty cute though. And then that's just one Craftsman did because it required the least amount of skill set, So don't poke a few holes in. Yeah. People probably gonna think I got rabies, something, Well, what's this right here? Hello. This Craftsman.
Quit it.
Point out.
Are good.
What? Until next time, I love y'all and keep on steady crafting. And I said, let's see what the difference is between these two. And let's just try one more time. The main thing I want to test is the flexibility once it's curved. And I just can't think of excuse me, sorry about that. I can't think of no better. Yeah, that's right. And to be honest with you, I can't think of no better way. I agree with you. I've already got some clay in it because I've already done the thing that I'm fixing to do this. So that excuse me. I don't know, I might even throw it in the refrigerator. You never know. That might help you. But not the microwave though. Really handy. The fact. I'm not really sure if this is worth it. For one little shot, Anyway. Yeah, all right. This is you a little bit of ASMR right here for you to enjoy. Some sound textures. And there's a bird in the background. There's a bird just in the background.